One of the great things about going to Mackinac Island is visiting the Mackinac State Historic Parks. And this year there's a couple new exhibits at Fort Mackinac that will transport you back to the War of 1812. Corey Adkins takes us there in northern Michigan in focus.
We really do strive, not only here at Fort Mackinac, but at all of our park sites, to always have something new.
And this year they do. Let's start at the old post headquarters. It's now called the office.
When they first enter the building, there's going to be one gallery room that just talks about the officers. Who were those men? What was their background? How did they get here? What was their education like? And what did they do? What was their day-to-day job?
One of those officers was Porter Hanks. He was in charge of the fort at the start of the War of 1812. When he found himself in a bit of a situation, the Mackinac State Historic Parks made a video to recreate that moment.
Tensions are mounting between the United States and Great Britain.
At the very, very beginning of the War of 1812, just about a month after war was actually declared, the British over on St. Joseph's Island, which is now part of Canada, decided to capture Fort Mackinac. And so they brought several hundred Native American warriors with them. They landed out on the north side of the island, marched overland during the night, popped up on the high ground behind the fort, and basically said surrender or else.
Confused? Hanks didn't know what to do.
That's what we were trying to talk a little bit more about, is the mental state of Porter Hanks, who's the commanding officer here. He's young, he's in his early 20s, and he has no idea that there's a war going on, and he's faced with this situation.
What do I do?
And so he has to make up his mind. Is he going to try and fight back with only 60 soldiers against those 600, or is he going to give up without a fight?
Sir, I summon you to an unconditional surrender of the fort and the island of Michilimackinac to the arms of His Britannic Majesty.
In the end, he surrendered. Not one bullet was fired.
Yeah, it's not even really a battle. It's more or less an exchange of notes. But again, very dramatic.
History is just awesome. And one more reason to visit Mackinac Island and the State Historic Parks.
Even if you were here last year, definitely come back. You'll see new things. But we also have new things at all of our sites, here on Mackinac Island and over on the mainland.
For Northern Michigan in Focus, I'm Corey Adkins.